finding the slope or the rate of change from a graph. Now, slope and rate of change are essentially talking about the same thing. We're going to use rate of change when we're given units, and we're going to use slope when the graph doesn't have any units with it. So this first one, we're going to find the rate of change because I'm talking about change in distance over change in time. Pick your furthest left point. From there, count up or down, depending on which way your graph goes. So in this case, we're going to count up 1, 2. So we move positive 2 miles. And then count right or left, again, depending on which way your graph goes. So I'm going to count right once so I can make it to my next point, plus 1. The rate of change is going to be your first movement, your up or down movement, because it's your change in y. So 2 miles over your change in x, the 1 hour. Reduce your 2 over 1 to just 2. Make sure you include your units. So this is miles per hour. Slope is essentially the same thing when we're looking at the second one. This time we just don't have to worry about units. So you're going to pick your furthest left point. So in this case, the negative 4, 3. Move so you reach your next point. So you're going to move up or down first. In this case, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 5 gives me negative 5. Move left or right to get to your point. So I'm going to move right once. And that's a positive 1. Negative 5 over positive 1 reduces to negative 5. And that's your slope. You don't need anything else. So let's practice 2 more times. In this case, I'm dealing with units, so I'm talking about rate of change. Start with your furthest left point, and you're going to move to the next point. Move up or down first. In this case, down 1, minus $1. Move to the right. Find your change in x. 1, 2. Positive 2. So we have negative $1 over 2 days. Negative 1 divided by 2 can't really reduce, so we'll say negative $1/2 per day. Dollar per day I got right here, just rewrote off to the side. Number 4, we're dealing with slope. There are no units. Pick your furthest left point and move to the next point. Find your change in y first. So you're going to move up or down. In this case, up 1, 2. Then move left or right to find your change in x. So we're going to move to the right 1, 2, 3. And we're moving a positive 3. So slope is change in y, 2, over change in x, 3. This doesn't reduce, so your slope is just going to be 2/3. Make sure when you're dealing with slope, when you're dealing with rate of change, always write it as a fraction. This will help you later on.